Hi, I'm Nick Williams.
And I'm Delaney George.
Welcome to 4-Minute Friday Fun with BCSC Tech. What are we learning about today?
We're learning about adding different elements into your Itslearning account. So we're learning about files, folders, notes, pages, and links.
So this is all representation if you're thinking about the UDL framework, videos, images, files, whatever you need to make your class more accessible online, especially if you're thinking about e-learning days. It's getting cold.
Yes, it is.
All right, so the first
Maybe
one's
we'll have one.
First one's folder. So let's title a folder. So most of the time people make folders and just title it like whatever the unit is.
It is.
Yeah. But did you know that you do have this rich text editing box? So I've actually had some people in the district use the folder to kind of make an entire lesson. So you could put your learning objectives on there, the goals, the plan.
You can record yourself saying.
Yes, you can record yourself using the video tool here, add images, and then put all the elements under the folder. So a folder just doesn't have to be a name in Itslearning. It could be another source of how you organize information and put dates in there or whatever you need to help students at least be a little bit more resourceful.
Awesome. The next one is a file or folder upload. So
that seems easy, right?
Yeah, and it's pretty easy. When you go here, you have two different options though. So you can upload a copy from one of these places, or you can create a link too.
Oh.
The only tricky part is Google Drive on the left-hand side.
Yep.
When you put it in, it turns it into Microsoft Word Online.
Okay.
If you link it to Google Drive on the right-hand side, it will put it in as a Google Drive file.
Can we try a Google Drive on the right?
Yep, let's do it. So it will pop up. You can go into whatever folder or wherever you want. Once it loads, we can select something. What am I going to select?
Let's do that tech. Yeah.
Okay, we're going to select this. And it added.
Yeah.
And then we can also go in and add something from your computer. So any of these from your computer.
You know,
it'll upload it.
It's really quick. I added a whole CD-ROM full of resources into a course, and it took about 5 minutes. Yeah. So it was easy.
And then you click save, and they'll all be on your tree on the left-hand side.
So if you go down here and look at your resources that have added, then eventually what you're going to find is that the Google link actually has a little Google tool in there, and it's a link out.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. So excellent. Another way to add your Google link or links in general is to use the link.
Yeah.
So if you want to just grab the shareable link from a document, let's say, you can grab it and then drop it right in Itslearning here, and it will embed. You could do this with any link actually, and you can click and change the title here.
Will it always embed into your Itslearning page though?
No, it won't always embed. There is an option to have it not embed as well. Typically, the only things that embed are ones that start with HTTPS. The S is secure, but there are some that are not secure, and it's just a hyperlink out. But it is an easy way or another way to add in your Google pieces as a link.
Yep. Okay. The last one that we're going to talk about is page. A note is very similar to a page. You have the same editor. It's just a note is one consecutive rich text editor, whereas the page is separate. So if we go into page, I'm going to pull up one that we have already. This is my e-learning schedule page. You can add a ton of different...
This is in the library if you want
it. Different content blocks on. We can have different polls come up so your kids can vote on them, and it'll show them the graph, and you can add all of those through the add content block. One other thing you can do is change the layout. So you can have one column where it all just goes one step to the next, two columns, which is how I have it set up, or two columns where it's wide to the left. So we're going to leave it as is for now. We can add other content blocks. You can add images in, files, and things again. But the rich content editor is just like what Nick was talking about in the folder, where you can add videos, pictures, all kinds of stuff in. And you can also...
Yeah, and this is what a note would be as well. But let's say you have a YouTube video. You can go into a YouTube video, grab this share and embed, and there's lots of resources like this. So Flipgrid and Recap and Nearpod all have embed codes. There's two ways to embed. Some work better with others depending on the website. You can just go to the source code and paste it in.
Yep.
And it'll put it in there, or you can click this embed tool and it'll give you a little preview of it down here, and you insert it. Either way, when you're out of the source code or out of that source button, it just gives you a box of where it's going to be. And then once you insert it, then it'll be up for students and for you as well. So that's basically the main way that we suggest adding resources into Itslearning. There's lots of options for you. So thanks for joining us.
Happy Friday.
Bye.